Hi everyone, we're back again for the latest episode of Block Tours. Some of you might be able to guess where we are. You might recognize this place, but if you haven't, we are at Northumberland Park in the middle of N17, Tottenham, North London, the home to the NPK gang. Busy day today. I think it's game day, you know. Tottenham Football Club, famous football club play around here. White Hart Lane's not too far away, so I think there's loads of people about for the Tottenham game. It's the middle of a Sunday afternoon. So yeah, we're going to be checking out the NPK end today, and up there just straight ahead it's Park Lane, all the way in the distance over there. So yeah, let's see what this area is like, let's see what it looks like, and let's see what where the NPK gang grew up, and go through some significant, big train there, but yeah, go through some significant incidents that happened to the gang. Well, cool, yeah, let's go. Right, we're on the corner of Park Lane, N17 and Grove Road. We'll be checking out this road in a second. It's the location for the first incident that's occurred against the NPK gang. But yeah, I think the majority of people will recognise Park Lane, Tottenham Stadium, literally just up that way. It's about a 10-15 minute walk. We've got Doga Supermarket there, and above there we got Grace's Pharmacy, which you guys will definitely recognise as being in the majority of NPK videos. This is one of their main blocks, and basically this is the main strip that they chill on. The NPK gang, you might know some of their rappers: Trills, Rels, Tugger, GP, Unks. Loads of popping rappers at the moment, quite a few in prison. I know that were implicated in the K1 murder with SJ from OFB. But as I walk closer to this sort of parade of shops, you start to notice where we are. So just behind these blocks you got Summerville Grove open space. It's like a little green, and to be honest, this looks like a traditional ghetto, sort of what you'd expect for a sort of a poorer part of London. You got a halal fried chicken there. Summerville open spaces behind there, and we'll check it out in a second. But let's take a little walk down Park Lane. Wing Chun Kung Fu up there. If you want to train on some Wing Chun Kung Fu, Bruce Lee style, it's the place to come. But yeah, we'll parade of shops here. Music playing, lively Sunday afternoon, obviously with the Tottenham game on, I think. So a lot of people are out and enjoying. There's a pub there, I think it's called the Olive Branch. Busy. People just out, probably. You see Tottenham Hotspur sign all the way up there, so you know it's game day. Little Caribbean food shop here. But yeah, let's go into some sort of open space and just check out the little park that's there, and then we'll go on to the first incident location. Forgive me for the loud music. Got a Caribbean food store there, catering to the football game goers. But yeah, here we are, Grace Pharmacy, and literally some of the open space should be on the right after that. Massive Tottenham sort of open front store there, and L&D News, the news agents that's literally in every NPK video. But yeah, let's take a little walk back over to Summerford. Wait for this car to cross, and I'll see you guys there in a second. Alright, we're on Summerville Grove. If you can see that road sign just behind Grace Pharmacy. Little green space here and a block. Now I know a couple of NPK music videos have been filmed here. Notorious area in quite quite a famous area. I mean, the Tottenham riots have happened here. It's known for loads of different gangs, obviously. The blocks here don't look so nice. I've noticed that in loads of other cities around the world, the governments try and sort of keep the poor and the rich separate, but in London, it's all mixed together. The government don't want you to know who's poor and who's rich, so you've got little estates like this next to sort of multi-million-pound houses, as you'll notice. But you've got little green open space here. Must have been one of the areas that the NPK guys chill. So NPK stands for Northumberland, stands for a few different things actually. Northumberland Park Killers, Northumberland Park Kids, and just stands for this part of London, this part of Tottenham. So as I said, we're going off to the first location now, first location of the first murder, and that's the murder of Tanesha Melbourne, who was killed on Summerville Road. Let's go take a little walk there and have a little discussion about what happened on that fateful night. Right, we're back on Summerville Road, on a corner with Park Lane. Football game goers walking past. A bit more quiet on this road, and we're going to discuss the first murder. So the initial first murder that we're discussing is the murder of Tanesha Melbourne, aged 17 years old. She was killed on this road here, Summerville Road, on the 2nd of April 2018. So Tanesha was basically sitting on a wall with a few of her close friends and her boyfriend. Her close friends were alleged to be NPK members, and I know there's been a lot of talk about GP being in the group that was there when she was murdered. But yeah, she was sitting on a wall with a few friends somewhere on this road when a car rolled up and started shooting indiscriminately. She was hit. Unfortunately, she died. The car that was used in the drive-by was a silver Vauxhall Mariva, and it was found burnt out in Barnet, which is another borough in London, North London, about 5 days after the incident. Not sure if she was involved. Like, if I'm completely honest, I'm not sure if she was involved with as an actual member of NPK or OFB, because I know she was quite close with both parties. But after she was murdered, you know, she was mentioned in, I think, in a couple of songs and a few sort of social media posts and from both gangs, NPK and OFB, saying, you know, rest in peace to her, and sort of remembering her. Yeah, so she was obviously only 17 years old, and she was the first female. I mean, she's the first female that I spoke about who was murdered. So as you can tell, this sort of gang lifestyle, it's not just restricted to men and males. If your opposition think you're involved, it doesn't matter if you're child, adult, female, male, whatever, they're gonna try and attack you. But yeah, after sort of the investigation was done into her death, they found that the same gun that was used in the murder of her was used in the murder of William Torres Joseph, aka Nino from Higham Hill, who was killed by Marley Street members a month before Nisha's murder in Walthamstow. The gun was a check-made Browning handgun, and it was found wrapped in a towel in a bag by a member of the public in Highgate in May 2018. Just last year, the 6th person was arrested since March 2019 for the murder, but no one's been formally charged with the murder. So yeah, I mean, as I said, it's the first female that I've spoken about that's been murdered, young girl, 17 years old. Just want to show that anyone can get caught up in it, and regardless of sort of any sort of criteria. And rest in peace again to her, and condolences to her loved one. Such a big loss, such a loss of someone so young, had the rest of her life just ahead of her. So off to the next location. We're gonna go check out Waverly Road. There's some more NPK blocks there, and we'll go check out Kenneth Robin's house, which is one of the big main tower blocks in the estate. Let's see if we can get inside and see what the view's like from there. But as you can tell, just before I leave this road actually, houses on here, really nice. Don't look like a ghetto. As I said, the ghetto's really close, just down that road. But here, £1 million houses. So London's kind of a weird city when it comes to separating the ghetto and rich air houses and areas. Alright, we're back on another day today. Because that day, the Tottenham game was too busy, too many people. But as you can see, we're on Waverly Road, which I believe is one of the main NPK blocks. But we're just going to take a little walk around the area, talk about the gang a little bit more. Probably should have done this part before the niche bit, but it all fits in anyway. But yeah, so NPK, Northumberland Park Killers, they are, the main rivals are, and we'll talk about the main rivals really, Wood Green, the Wood Green mob, Edmonton, so the 9 boys, 3x3, 900, couple sets there. And now, more recently, they're beefing OFB, which is a gang that they were recently linked with. The split up happened with the trial of the murder of Kamali Kwabena Link, in which a few NPK members, OSAV, etc. were implicated in the murder. And obviously, probably one of the most famous defendants of that case is SJ from OFB. And from then, I think there was some beef, and there's court stories about, there's news stories about beef in the court. People jumping down from the public visitors gallery, which I'll link in the description. Really interesting read, but yeah, there was beef, and the gangs have sort of split. Then the sets are now beefing each other. So another ally, one of the main allies for NPK is actually TPL 8. So the Somali side, they're known as the Somali side of Turnpike Lane, referenced in that song Still With Smoke, obviously. But yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up there. That's Kenneth Robbins' house. We're gonna go up there, try and get into the building, try and get a panorama or a view from the top floor, and I'll see you up there. Right, we're in front of Kenneth Robbins' house, one of the main blocks in this Northumberland Grove sort of area. Got a little kids park here. Yeah, we're gonna try and get into the block behind us. Again, not the most attractive of areas. You've got some old blocks over there where I'm sure it's not very nice to live in. Obviously this building is not the nicest of buildings, but yeah, let's try and get up there and see what it's like, if we can get a nice view. Alright, we're on the top floor of Kenneth Robbins' house. Beautiful London sunset there for you. View's quite mad from up here, I'm not gonna lie. As you can see, poorer sort of estates over there. But yeah, on the top floor, Kenneth Robbins' house. Inside, you know what? The building even looks like a prison, or it looks kind of alright. You've got little hallways like this. One of the tallest blocks in the area. Pretty good looking place. It's quiet as well. Another little view of London for you, North London up there. You've got the Tottenham marshes all the way up there in the distance, if you can see. Zoom in a little bit. IKEA, Tottenham IKEA. But yeah, what we're gonna do now is on to the next murder location. Again, murder location of a young man named Tiny. Before I leave the area, I just wanted to point out that, you know what, there is a little youth centre sort of thing here. It's called Project 2020. You can get youth information, employment support and help in finding a job, and off-road hub and homes for Haringey. So there does seem to be sort of youth centre here, but nothing really happening inside, to be honest. It's pretty quiet. You've got the Waverly Road estate sign all the way up there in the distance. But yeah, let's get to the next location, guys. Alright, second to last location. As you can see, we're on Tottenham Green, still in the borough of Haringey there. We're going to be talking about the murder of a tiny young man who was, I think, had an altercation in this park and then was chased down this road there. That's Tynemouth Road. So Osman Sharif Soufi, aka Tiny from NPK, was murdered on June the 16th, 2017. What happened was, the murder happened after a disagreement on Snapchat between Osman and Abdurrahman Ali, aka Sanji of OFB. The disagreement was about who was tougher, and it happened on Snapchat initially, the day before. Both agreed to meet basically the following day, and well, nice building there. Yeah, both agreed to meet here in Tottenham Green on the next day for an altercation and to sort of work out who was the toughest, really. So they came, there was an initial altercation, group of friends there. Tiny bought a hammer and Sanji from OFB bought a knife. There was witness statements to say that Sanji had waved the knife around during this first altercation. And the parties were then both basically separated by their friends. I think there was a witness statement from a girl who said that she told them that they were both friends, so they shouldn't argue and fight. And then there was another clash basically on Tynemouth Road, this exact road here. And Tiny was stabbed in the chest by Sanji just before 6 PM on that day. Sanji then received 15 years in prison for the murder of his friend, and he was sentenced on the 26th of Jan 2018. So, like, as I said earlier, this is actually a pretty nice area. I wouldn't say that wouldn't say that there's many gangs sort of that have come specifically from this area, because if you look at this road, there's £1 million houses definitely on this road. A lot nicer area, but yeah, crazy loss of life again, as usual. Kids disagreeing with each other and taking each other's lives, and rest in peace to him, and condolences to his family. I hope the fact that, you know, Sanji got sentenced gives them some sort of peace. And we'll go on to the last location now. Alright, we're at the last location, guys. St Mary's Close, N17, on the corner with Kemble Road. Hartington Park, right just ahead of us, sorry. And we're going to be talking about the murder of a 22-year-old man by the name of Kwabena Nelson, aka Kobe. Firstly, there's a little mural here to him. I'd just like to say rest in peace while we're here. And we'll have a little discussion about what happened on that night. Big park here, dark as you can tell. So Kwabena Nelson, aka Kobe, 22 years old, was sitting in his grey Honda Civic on Kemble Road at roughly 1:15 AM on the 3rd of Feb 2018, so on this road somewhere. While he was in his car, a black Honda Civic turned up and deliberately drove at speed into his car. A witness said she woke up at roughly 1:30 AM because of a loud car horn. When she looked outside, she saw 4 or 5 men jump out of the black Honda Civic and start banging on Kobe's car windows, where his car had come to rest after being hit, basically. Kobe jumped out of the passenger side and was immediately engulfed by these guys and attacked by the men, who stabbed him multiple times and punched him and kicked him, obviously, as well. Kobe was able to call 999, and there's a harrowing phone call recording where he tries to sort of tell the emergency services where he is and the 999 operator where he is, but his voice sort of dies down, and he actually says, "I'm dying, I'm dead." After stabbing him, the attacker sprinted away, and Kobe then also managed to call his brother, who came and with his partner and found him bleeding to death. There's also a 999 call from him asking sort of for help for his brother who was dying. Another witness also said that Kobe banged on their door and screamed, and I'm guessing that door was over there on St Mary's Close, one of the first doors probably. They banged on his door, on their door. He banged on their door and screamed he was stabbed, but the witness didn't open as they were worried he was hostile. They didn't know who he was, basically. Autopsy found that he was stabbed 14 times and died of blood loss and shock. The paramedics opened up his chest on the street to massage his heart back to life for about an hour, but unfortunately didn't have any effect. On the 16th of August, so going on to what sort of happened and who was charged and stuff, on the 16th of August 2018, Neuron Porty, aka Jigga J from the Wood Green mob, the 22s, Wood Green, the 22 gang, he was sentenced to 26 years in prison for Kobe's murder. His DNA was found on the driver's airbag. He admitted in court that him and Kobe used to be friends, but it seems that obviously the hood ties were too strong. Gang affiliation was too strong, and he saw Kobe as an enemy afterwards in his later life. His registered address, so Neuron's registered address, weirdly enough, is in the NPK area of Tottenham, so around here. So it makes sense that they might have been friends when they were younger. Houses around here, again, really, well, not really nice, but not the typical sort of tower blocks and council flats that you'd expect, so a nicer bit of Tottenham, I guess. But yeah, I'd just lastly like to say, you know, RIP to Kobe, Kwabena Nelson, RIP to Tiny, and RIP to Tanesha. As with all of my videos, you know what I mean, it's just a sad loss of life. I don't know what else to say other than it shouldn't have happened. And I hope the youth, future generations, come to learn that, you know, this gang lifestyle isn't the way forward. It just leads to two things: the grave or jail, unfortunately. All these little kids, young people that could have done so much with their lives. You know, Nisha said she wanted to work as a social care worker, but she obviously wasn't allowed to, or didn't get that chance. And so yeah, RIP to everyone and condolences to all of their loved ones. Sorry, it's been a bit of a while since I've filmed this video since my last one, but let me know what you guys think. Let me know what the next area you want to see is. Chat to me in the comments. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Keep up with me. We're going to be touring London and maybe touring other parts of Europe, America. Who knows? Let's see where it goes. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Don't pop them twos if you ain't from Nam. Emerton Green is vacant, Wood Green's boring. Come and go board or farm. My ops are dead, they still remain calm. K on the L, go suck your marge.